How's it going?
What's a crack? So these are just some ways that we would greet each other in Northern Ireland. We have all kinds of weird and wonderful ways of saying hello in Northern Ireland. So today we want to talk to you about the differences in greetings between Northern Ireland and Germany.
And also how we say goodbye.
Yeah, they're different as well.
We're Barry and Jill, the Irish pilgrims, living and working in Germany. Join us as we share stories about our community project that we're involved in, or our camper van conversion that keeps us busy in our free time, or just any other kind of carrying on that takes our fancy.
Okay, so the first thing we noticed when we came to Germany is shaking hands. In the UK, in Ireland, we shake hands when we meet someone for the first time. We'll say, nice to meet you, or yeah. But we only do it on the first time when we meet someone. Here in Germany, it's different. You shake hands every time you meet someone for the first time in that day.
So like even if you've met them, even if they're good friends, I mean good friends will probably shake hands and hug, but once you see that person for the first time that day, you have to greet them in some way. That's a given. You have to shake hands with them.
Yeah, and it's sort of like a mark of respect, I think, and etiquette or good behaviour or something
good manners.
like that. You also shake hands to say goodbye.
Yeah. So like if you go into, I mean we work in the church and you go into a church meeting and you go around the room saying hello, 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 all around the room, and then when you're leaving the meeting, you do exactly the same. You go and say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. It was new to us, something we had to get used to.
Yeah, and one other thing that they do that I find a little strange, I don't know if it's just this area or in Germany in general, sometimes when you shake hands and say hello, you say your surname. It's like a way of introducing yourself, but you wouldn't say, hello, my name is Sloan, or you would just go, Sloan.
And get in. That's the very first time when you meet
Yeah.
someone, you just go and you say your surname. Which is one word, you know, Smith, Johnson, Sloan, whatever. That's just the way they do it. Another thing that was different for us was, you know, when you're saying hello and goodbye, sometimes there's folks at the table, instead of, if you can't get in to go around and shake hands with everybody to say hello and to greet them, you might just knock the table. So you just come in and say hello everybody, you know, in German, the German equivalent, and they would knock the table.
Yeah, it is a strange one.
Or when you're leaving, okay folks, I gotta go now, see yous all.
And that sort of covers everyone in the room.
Yeah. And I've noticed as well that the Germans like to show their appreciation when by doing this as well. Say you're at a conference or something, or we would normally applaud, we would clap hands, you know, at the end of a speech or something, or at the end of a talk. Here in Germany, I've noticed that they all show their appreciation by
the whole room
will knock the table. So you hear this.
But do they applaud as well?
As well.
Yeah, I think they do.
You have half the room applauding, half the room knocking the table. But that was new to us.
But probably in Ireland we would stamp our feet.
Yeah, we would stamp our feet into, depending where it was.
Yeah.
One other weird thing or new thing that is definitely new to me, Germans would say around lunchtime, you know, say maybe between 12 and 2 p.m, they would greet people by saying Mahlzeit, which literally means like dinner time. Mahlzeit. And they would often say, you can say that when you're sitting at a table having a meal, Mahlzeit or guten Appetit. But I've also heard it said in other contexts where there's no food present and people just walk into the room and say Mahlzeit. And I'm thinking, you know, okay, where's the food? But it's just a form of greeting.
Yeah, and in English we've got good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. In German we've got the good morning, we've got good day,
Yeah.
good day, and good evening and good night.
Yeah.
So they don't have then good afternoon. But in the UK we say good morning up until 12 o'clock, and once it's after midday, then it's good afternoon.
Afternoon, quite literally, you know.
Yeah. And in German you have the good morning and the good day, and it's sort of like a grey area when you change from one to the other. But I think it's usually around 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I've noticed that people after 10 would always say good day.
Yeah, so up until then it's Guten Morgen, and then after 10ish,
It's good day.
Guten Tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But quite a lot nowadays you hear just hello.
yeah.
Yeah, especially amongst the young people. They even say hi, but usually hello is also a common greeting.
Yeah. Hello it's a interesting word. Obviously it's the English hello, it's hallo with an A, you know, so hello. But you can say this word, I've discovered, and please feel free to correct me, my German friends, but my observation is that this word hello can be used with different meanings and in different ways. Like, so there's obviously the hello, which is just, you know, hello, good to see you. But then there's like a ja aber hallo. I've heard them saying ja aber hallo, which means yes but hello, quite literally. And if my understanding is correct, it basically means yes definitely, you know, yes for sure. So if you say, you know, can we go there tomorrow, someone might say ja aber hallo, which just really emphasizes it. Or you can use the word hello to get someone's attention. So where we would normally in Northern Ireland say hello, excuse me, you know, excuse me, the people here would say hello, hello, if you want to get the waiter's attention or someone's attention if they've dropped something and you want to help them or something like that. And I've also heard it like almost sung. Hello.
Now hello.
Now hello. And it means like, you know, are you stupid or something like that, you know. But my observations might be wrong. So, you know, feel free to comment and correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
And also different regions in Germany will have their own greeting. Like in the south of Germany they say Gruß Gott.
Gruß Gott, yeah. Which literally translated means greet God. Sort of like greet the God in you. Gruß Gott. Gruß is also a way of, I forgot about that one. Gruß.
Yeah.
Gruß. Grüß dich. Grüß dich. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're still learning. Yeah. But Gruß Gott is an interesting one. They say it in Bavaria more. They don't say it up around Saxony here where we're living. It's more in the south, and it's a nice way of a formal way of saying hello. I actually wrote a little monologue about it. I'll put it in the description because it's in German. I won a prize for it and I'm really proud of that.
Okay. But in the north of Germany they say moin, and
Moin, yeah.
as a greeting.
And
I've never heard this before. And one...
Sorry for interrupting you, but it sounds like Morgan, but they say it all day long, so it's not just said in before noon or before 10 a.m. They can say it all day long, moin.
Yeah. And I can't remember how long we were in Germany, but I'd never heard the greeting before. And we had a visit from a partner congregation who came to visit our congregation
from North Germany,
where we were working. And they arrived on their coach and they were coming out of the coach. Barry and I were there to greet them. The first family came over, shook our hands, said moin. I shook their hand and said Sloan because I thought moin was their name.
Their surname, remember how you introduce people when you see
Yeah, and then the next person came out and said moin.
Sloan.
And I said Sloan. And by the third or fourth person, I was thinking, this is a huge family, you know? And then I discovered, it does not mean what I think it means. It definitely wasn't a surname.
No.
And I then later had to laugh about it because...
Moin. Someone came out and said moin.
Yeah, moin.
Okay,
And then
did they marry someone called with the surname of moin, you know? Yeah, so that's in North Germany they say Moin, and in South Germany in Bavaria they say Gruß Gott. Other Germans, please tell us what your local regional way of greeting is. I'm sure there are other ones that we don't know.
Yeah, it's the same in Northern Ireland. You know, we've got loads and loads of different ways of greeting someone. And isn't it really strange that there are sort of rules and etiquettes and I mean, even in Germany when you shake hands, particularly if you're in a big group, you forget sometimes who you've shaken hands with.
Who you've said hello to, who you've greeted.
Who you've greeted, and the odd time it would happen that you would shake their hand twice, and that's not really a done thing.
No.
Some people would be a little bit superstitious about it, but most people laugh and just say, you know, twice is better. Double the love.
Double help better. So you it's kind of like a given. Don't greet someone that you've already greeted in that day. But it's a big deal. Greet someone. Make sure you greet the person if you see them for the first time in that day. That you have to sort of like formally, officially greet them or hug them or say hello to them.
And it's not just people that you know, because if you walk into like a doctor's surgery, into the waiting room, you would say good day to everyone
in the room.
But you wouldn't go around shake hands, but you would say good day, and it's important to be polite.
Polite and well mannered.
And the same when if you're going in then to pick up your coat or whatever, afterwards you would say goodbye as well.
Yeah.
So in German, how do we say goodbye?
In German, there are the formal sort of way would be Auf Wiedersehen, unless you're on the phone. This was a new thing for us as well. If you're on the phone, you don't say Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen literally means until we see each other again, until we see each other again. And Auf Wiederhören is what you would say
on the phone,
until we hear each other again. So we have to get used to that.
I made a few mistakes at the beginning with that, saying Auf Wiedersehen.
Because everybody knows Auf Wiedersehen, it's so common, but you got to get used to start saying Auf Wiederhören.
Yeah, it's like our goodbye, but we also have the informal bye, and it's the same in German. They have an informal. They have
tschüss. Tschüss. Yeah, it's like.
And it can be sung. I never thought, that German was a very melodic sort of language, but it can be. It can be.
Everybody makes joke of the German sort of, it's very harsh and it's very.
No, it is. There are certain things where they like to say. Like tschüss is one of them. Tschüss.
Yeah.
And it can be even more friendly with tschüssi.
Yeah. Make it sort of eine Verniedlichung, they would call it. Just make it more friendly and.
Yeah, but I've also heard a lot, especially amongst the young people, saying ciao, like the Italian ciao.
Common for everything. Yeah, so there would be the sort of more informal ways of saying goodbye, but again, you would normally go around shaking hands or knock the table or give everybody a hug, just depending on the context and the people.
Yeah, we really, really love reading your comments, and I think on this subject there's going to be a lot of comments, especially of regional things that people say. I know in Northern Ireland we always have some really funny ones, so we'd love you to write in our comments your favourite one or the funniest greeting or way of saying goodbye that you know. And the same in Germany, we talked about the Moin, we talked about the Gruß Gott. But if you know in your region a different way of saying hello or goodbye, please write it in the comment and let us know. We're always wanting to learn new things.
Yeah, and I hope you know by now that, Barry and Jill, the Irish Pilgrims, our way of signing out and saying goodbye is watch this space.
Bye.